Like Scott Pilgrim versus the world. Yes, I said Scott Pilgrim versus the world. We're back with another episode. It all comes full circle 15 episodes later. Episode 2 of this podcast was titled PodBoyz versus the world. And here we are, a whole 15 episodes later, and the game is announced and confirmed. This is the PodBoyz Advanced Podcast. It's a weekly discussion where we go over the latest in gaming and throw in a little bit of whatever else we want to talk about. My name is Oscar. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and best friend.
What's up? Eric here, man. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. Besides everything being on fire around us, literally.
Oh, dude. It's
Very, very
intense
bleak and
out there,
depressing
man.
out there. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's crazy.
Everything's like super, like just casting this weird tone. The sun is literally blocked out by smoke all day. Very grim sight out there, but
Yeah, you ever put a picture on like sepia tone?
dude, I'm telling you, that's
That's what it
exactly what it
looks
looks
like
like.
every day outside. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I had to take a picture of the outside of my office for work, and when I sent it in, I had to put, there is no filter on this. This is literally how the day looks. Do you guys want to use this or wait? And they're like, yeah, just wait. Wait for another day.
Yeah, just wait for the apocalypse to mull over a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. But
Yeah.
other than that, I've been good, man. I've just been grinding away at Persona 4 Golden. Like I said, I unlocked more of the game last week. Got a couple streams in this week, and actually finally, ultimately, truly, finally, definitively,
Finally done.
no, not done, but solved the murder. Like, like
Ah.
after the fourth twist, we finally have who committed the original couple of murders that started everything, and it was quite the fucking twist. Even though I guessed it first try, because they give you like a list of people to choose from, like it comes to a boiling point where like, well, who could it be then? And I was like, pretty sure it's this guy, and I was motherfucking right.
So you called it.
I called it. I
Called that
called
shit.
it. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I played some more Divinity. Like I said, I've been teetering and tottering on that first island for over 30 hours at this point now, and I'm finally doing the mission to escape and get off the island. And let me tell you, even after all the fucking time I spent side questing and grinding and doing all this shit, I'm still having fucking trouble.
Damn.
That game is pretty
You're playing.
goddamn brutal.
Are you playing on the definitive? Is that what's
Yeah,
on Switch? Yeah.
yeah, it's the definitive edition. Yeah,
Does that have like the whole like classic mode and all that kind of thing?
I believe so.
Like the
Yes.
different modes? Which mode are
Hmm.
you playing in?
Pretty sure it's
Just the
classic.
classic, just straight
Yeah,
classic?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't gone back, dude. There's been so much going on in PS4 world. I haven't been able to get back in there.
Nice, man. So what you been up to this week?
Well, was that the only thing you've been playing this week? Or did you get
Pretty
anything
much.
else? Yeah,
No, that's pretty much it.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, I popped in on one of your streams for a little bit, for like a quick second, and then I was like, oh wait, it's late. I should go to sleep.
Yeah, dude. I usually stream pretty late, and hold up, we forgot our beers.
Oh, that's right. What are you drinking today?
Today, I got myself
Get
a.
something cool, because mine's not that cool.
It's called a citrus and piney.
Oh,
It's
dude.
an IPA. I assume it's citrusy and piney.
Got
But we
something
shall
cool.
see. Yeah. What,
I
what are
got.
you What are you
I,
rocking today?
I'm rocking a classic. I'm rocking drinking a big wave golden ale from Kona.
Oh, okay, nice. I actually saw those in the room where I was picking all my beers at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little craft beer room in that That little liquor store I told you I went to last
Yeah,
time. That's
they're
my
pretty
new
good.
spot.
That's your new spot
Yeah.
for sure. All right, let's crack
Right.
these bad boys open.
Oh,
All right, cheers, dude.
cheers.
Is it piney and citrusy?
More citrusy than piney, but still very good. Very
Nice,
smooth.
nice, nice.
There's no like IPA after kick, and it's an IPA.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
You know, some
I dig.
IPAs sometimes like you want that kick, and sometimes you don't. You
Sometimes
know
you
what I mean?
don't. That kick I feel is what gives you that like bloated feeling afterwards, though. You know what I mean? Like or it
Yeah, I know
makes
what you're
that
talking
or it
about.
makes that feeling harder to stomach after you're a couple IPAs deep. That's why like I can't do more than one anymore, you know what I mean?
No, I feel it. Well, IPAs are heavy to begin with, so.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, man, what you been up to in PS4 land this week? Tell me
Let's
what I'm missing
see.
out on this week.
Well, I've been playing a lot of Spellbreak.
Oh, actually that I could play that. That is on Switch, so
Yeah, you should play it. It's really good. Really good. So I've been playing Spellbreak and Destiny, of course, as always. There's they dropped a new exotic for the season, and there's a whole quest for it. So I've been doing that, and let's see. I played a little bit more Persona 5, trying to get a little bit further in the story to get to the next dungeon, or next palace, I should say.
nice, nice, man. So you finally cleared the first palace.
Yeah, that's right. On stream last week, I finally
Nice.
cleared the first palace. It took me forever, but I finally did it.
Nice, man. So you're gonna be picking up putting on those RPG pants and doing some grinding for the next one so you don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, dude, because I found myself like with Persona, like it's like it's an RPG. It's a JRPG. So going into it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna breeze through this. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all the main story missions. But no,
No,
dude,
sir. It
you
is a
can't.
JRP. It is a
It
JRPG.
throws you in there.
Yeah, and like and I mean the battle system is what's my favorite part about those games though. Like so like once you start like figuring out all the monsters' weaknesses and stuff like that and start being able to break them all and doing the team attacks on them and stuff like that
hmm
every time they're all on the floor.
That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun about
Yeah.
it, you know. I think because
The,
like I've come across some like enemies that it's just like, oh shit, what is this thing? Like, what am I gonna? And then oh crap, I don't have any personas that have that element, like, or anything that it's weak to, you know. So it's like
yeah, yeah,
shit. Now
yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why, like I don't know if you see my streams. A lot of my sometimes I spend like a whole ass like couple minutes like scrolling through my long list of personas one at a time. Like, what skills do you have? What skills
Yeah.
do you have? What skills do you? I need you. You switch to them real quick, and then you you hit them. But you can only do that once per turn, so you know you can only do so much. You know.
Exactly. So yeah, I've been playing that. I've played more Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Ah, my I finally it finally came back in stock on Amazon, so I ordered it. I think should be getting it on Monday. I think.
Oh, okay. What happened to your original order? It
I
didn't go through?
oh yeah, I didn't. I never.
You never told
Yeah,
me.
I put a tweet up. I thought you might have seen it. Yeah,
Oh
dude.
no, I missed that one.
So like they said if it didn't arrive between 1 to 3 days to contact them. Didn't show up Saturday. I wasn't home Sunday, and there's no mail or anything anyway. I mean, Amazon does show up on Sundays, I think, though. But
Yeah, they will if
anyway,
they have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I got back home on Monday, it still hadn't arrived. So I hit them up, and I was like, "Yo," and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry," and they're canceled and refunded my order. It just got
Wow.
lost,
Dude, I swear
dude.
somebody out there was like, bro.
Pause. So then I went to Target to buy some bubbly, restock on that. I said I'll pick it up at Target. Nowhere to be found at Target, only on PS4. I was like, what? So I drove to GameStop. Oh, we don't have any copies in stock, only on PS4. What the hell? Drove to Best Buy. They don't have copies of either. Drove to Walmart. They're all in a straight line, so it's not like I'm like going all over the place, but none of them had it physically by me. None of our local stores
Damn.
have an Xbox copy of it. So I was pissed, man. I couldn't have I didn't have it all week, and I had to wait. I think it came back in stock like Thursday or something is when I ordered it
Hmm.
or something. So yesterday or the day
Hey, my mic.
before.
That's crazy, dude. But I
So
mean, hopefully you'll get it this time.
yeah, Tony Hawk's hard to find apparently.
It's crazy. So yeah, I've been playing that, and the other thing I've been doing, I haven't. I said PS. They're mostly PS4, but this is not PS4. I've actually been playing on my phone. I'm playing with friends.
Your
We've been,
phone.
yeah, we've been playing. Have you heard of a game called Among Us?
Oh, it's on phones. I've seen people like I've seen a bunch of people stream it, and like I've
Well,
seen
it's
like Major Amicus Fernando streams it sometimes.
oh really? Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
we got to
yeah.
get in on a game with him for
Yeah,
like
yeah. He
we
plays
got to
it. He plays it a bunch.
yeah, let's do that with him. That
Yeah,
sounds fun.
I didn't know it was on phones.
Yeah, you can get it on your phone, or you could get it on Steam as well, I believe.
Yeah, I've never played it though. So tell me about it, my guy.
Okay, so the gist of the game is you have up to 10 people, and the point of the game is to figure out who the imposter is. So the premise is you're all on like
Imposter.
yeah, you're all on like on a spaceship. It's
Okay.
either a spaceship or there's one level where it's like a headquarters kind of thing. And it's you and up to 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be you the number of imposters can be I don't know how many it goes can go up to, but it can be a lot or it could be a little. So usually what people play as is just one imposter. And the point of like the person who's the imposter, your objective is to kill everyone.
Okay.
And everyone else that's a crewmate, their objective is to finish tasks that are like everyone has like a set list of tasks. So you go and it's like kind of like a little mini game. There's one where you like connect some wires and you flip a switch. It's just little tasks, right? And you go through do all these tasks. If you complete all the tasks without getting killed, then you win.
Okay.
However, the imposter can go around killing everybody. You can find if you find a dead body, you call a meeting for the crew, and that's where it gets fun because you start suspecting people. And so the by the way, like the rules of the game, like you can't really communicate. You're not supposed to talk or anything or communicate while you're walking around doing your task because then people would know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Like nobody say anything, and then if somebody gets killed, you find a dead body. It's like you call a meeting, it's like or report it, and like, oh, who did this? And everyone starts like, oh, it wasn't me. I was over
Oh
here. It
man.
wasn't me. I was over here. So I
But
guess
like, how that's crazy, man. So
it
so
gets
it's
pretty
like
fun.
so is it like so is there's a lot of honor system involved then I guess.
Yeah, and just like keeping like you yourself like keeping track of like where everyone is at any one time, or if you see someone walk out of a room and then you walk into the room, there's a dead body, you're like, oh, I saw
Hey,
this person.
wait a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's things like that. Or like if they're really sneaky, because you can like sneak through like vents and stuff as the imposter.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if they're really sneaky and kill people off like slowly and like because as the imposter you got to pretend to be a crewmate, you got to pretend to be going around and doing all this stuff, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
you got to convince everybody that you're not the killer.
That's pretty freaking intense, man.
So
That sounds
it's
like a
an
lot of fun.
intense. It sounds intense, but it's like kind of cartoony at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just funny. It's fun.
No, yeah. It sounds intense, but like hilarious at the same time.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing for the most part. Oh, and I did double cop Dragon Ball Fighters. I got it on Switch.
Oh, nice, nice. You got it. You got it for the $10 deal.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Nice,
I
nice.
was
You
see I was gonna actually order like like a copy from GameStop or whatever. And then I was literally thinking about it, and then a couple days later, it was like, "Oh, it's on sale for $10." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll just get it digitally."
Yeah, $10, man. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Did you hop into it on Switch at all, or you just copped it?
Yeah, I've played a little bit. It's kind of there's like nobody playing that game on Switch
Mm,
online, so it's kind of hard to find a game.
it's a dead game.
It's not that it's dead. It's just I feel like the DBZ fan base is kind of like an older fan base, so there's more people playing on like PS4 or Xbox, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so or PC too, and I know a lot of people play on PC because they can plug in their arcade controllers and shit.
The freaking fight sticks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, that's what I've been up to.
Nice, man. Nice. Sounds like you had a pretty dope, pretty diverse week. So nice. So we can start getting into some of these topic-a-roonies. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know what
man,
I'm
let's do
saying?
it.
So 505 Games, the publisher, I believe, for Control, that was made by Remedy Games. So they've
Mm-hmm.
been being shitty when it comes to the whole upgrading Control to next gen. I think we touched on it briefly before.
I believe we have.
Yeah, they're like, no, you have to pay for the $50 Ultimate Edition again if you want to get the upgrade. But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's not possible to get the upgrade unless you do this. Blah 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 blah. Well, someone somewhere fucked up, and apparently, people who got the Ultimate Edition or whatever of the original game, it randomly showed up as a free update, like on their PS4s earlier this week. So they're like, "Oh, it can't be done," but then they had it for free, and then they quickly were like, "Oh," and they took it away from everyone. So even though they fucked up, normally how it goes is like, "Nah, you fucked up. Now I have it." Nope, they literally took it away
They
from
took it
everyone.
away?
Took it away. And they're like, sorry, it was a mistake. You have to pay the $50. We don't know how this happened, but it was an error and we apologize. No, don't apologize. Let me keep the fucking game. How about that, sir?
Wow. Wow. That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. So definitely some shitty moves going on out there, man. So hopefully people freaking speak with their wallets and let that shit. I mean, Control didn't even sell that well in and of itself to begin with, so this
Mm-hmm.
is probably gonna do a lot worse now because people are pissed. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, seriously.
ridiculous.
That's no bueno for them.
Hmm. Moving on from that. So 3D All Stars. Did you get your pre-order in for it?
I I fucking tried but couldn't.
See, man, I told you. I believe I told you during the last podcast to go run and get it in because it was gonna start selling out
I
everywhere.
didn't think it
I
was.
told you, my guy.
I was just like, oh, I'll give
Listen,
it a couple days. It's
you gotta
fine.
listen to Chaboy when I'm trying to help you, not hurt you, my friend. So yeah, if it makes you feel better, I did pre-order an extra copy from Best Buy, even though I got my Amazon one locked down. So if you would like, I will sell it to you at retail price, sir.
Oh wow, that's very generous of you, sir. Because I
Yes,
can't get a pre, I can't get an order at all.
yes, I know.
It's so fucked.
But let it be known, and let it be known that it is PodBoyz canon that Oscar was right and Erky was wrong, and he needs to listen to me going forward.
All right, fair enough.
Like,
Fair enough.
yeah, man, I'm telling you,
You
you
got me
you
here.
you really underestimate the the wave of force that is scalpers nowadays for
Oh,
anything.
I just
For any tiny little thing that even if you can make a $5 profit from it, they're copying it to scalp it, man. So you always gotta, if you want something, if you really want something, you always gotta get your pre-order in early or whatever you gotta do to secure it because everything flies now for no reason.
that sucks. Watch,
Yeah.
we're gonna see copies of that going for like $200 or whatever online, and
Just
like
to put it to you this way, my guy, people were paying $150 for them while pre-orders were still open.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's that. We'll see if they start reopening pre-orders and Nintendo starts saying, "Oh crap, we gotta produce more because they're selling out or whatever." They might start popping back up some places, but we'll see, man. This is what a lot of people predicted was the scandal because not only is it going to be hard to get a hold of in the beginning, it's only going to be around for a very limited amount of time, and if it's sold out for the majority of the 6 months that it's out, then what even is the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So
shit.
yeah, man. But I got you, man. No worries, I got you.
Cool, 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 cool.
I'll catch you in my wings and cradle you like a mother bird.
Be on your hat wings.
Yeah, basically, man. So we're gonna talk Microsoft a little bit later and their pricing and everything like that. That was revealed earlier this week, but
Mm-hmm.
just to like jump ahead from that a little bit, before we discuss the pricing, we can go ahead and speak on the fact that it's basically been pretty much confirmed at this point, like as if we didn't know, that they're gonna be taking a substantial loss in the pricing for these consoles, meaning that it's going to cost them a lot more to manufacture basically than they're selling them for.
Yeah, they're
They're
taking a
basic
risk, but I think
Yeah,
it'll work.
yeah, it's called loss leading, I believe is the
Mm-hmm.
term, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're hoping to come in low to like make a lot of it back in bulk sales because they came in so low type of thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think they might pull it off with the Series S at that price point, but yeah, man, it's a risky move, but we'll see. We'll see if it pays off for them, especially since they can't fucking put out any games to save their lives.
Serious shit. That's I'm considering just getting the Series S
Dude,
because
yeah, you might not be wrong, man.
at this point it's like with the games that are coming out or all the like Xbox games, dude, like I could either play them on my PS5 or computer or you know, I don't know. Like I'm only gonna
No,
have
you're right. You can play
I'm
them
only
on your computer. You have a PC. Everything that comes to Xbox comes to PC. So
I'm only gonna really want to play like Fable or whatever is an Xbox exclusive, you know, like so I'm only really ever gonna have like one, two, three, maybe four games on there, you know. I'm not gonna need a huge super intense box for it.
dude, and speaking
So
of huge, super intense boxes, jumping ahead in our list here a little bit, they also kind of leaked the pricing for the uh, expandable like little SSD cards that they're going to be selling, and
oh yeah.
so prices were leaked to be somewhere around the $220 range for a 1 terabyte little expansion card.
Damn. Well,
That's like almost like
it's an SSD.
it's an SSD, but
So
it's also almost the full price of a fucking Series S.
yeah, that's true. But that's what those are running for outside of you know what I mean?
Yeah,
SSDs
I
are
mean,
expensive. Like
yeah, and these are like the
that's what you're
special
paying for.
super high speed proprietary one or whatever.
Yeah.
At least the PS5 one is. I think these are a bit slower, but it's still an SSD.
Mm-hmm.
But still, man, that's pretty crazy, man. That's like I said, it's almost the full price of one of their consoles. It's almost half the price of the other one. So that's gonna run people a pretty penny to have a bunch of games on there. So let's hope they come through with their promise that with SSDs, development is gonna improve to the point where they have to stop like replicating so many assets, and it'll like make the file sizes a lot smaller. So we'll see if any of these big next gen games start actually following through with that.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I can't get over the like that Ratchet and Clank gameplay, dude.
Oh, dude, that looks so fucking good.
They claim I can't. I it's like that's. I'm gonna get that game just to see it to believe it. You know what I mean? Because they
Hmm.
claim that there's no load times, like no loading screen, no like actual like we are loading up the game screen. You know?
Yeah. Speaking of which, this isn't on the list, but I'll sneak it in here just because of that little thing you mentioned there. That Kenna Bridge of Spirits game that they showed off at the event.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Yes,
that.
yeah. So it looks really fucking good. It just got delayed today, back into 2021,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. So we'll see when it comes out. But
Well, they said
well,
it was first quarter of
yeah. So it
2021.
should be coming out within the first.
It's gonna be like spring or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be coming out in the springtime for sure. But the reason I bring it up is because when you're talking about load times, they actually came out and announced that that game, from basically booting up your PS5 from the home menu to play to getting into the game, takes 2 seconds.
Holy
Like
shit,
fully into the game.
dude! See, that's what I don't believe it.
2 seconds is what they're
I
saying.
don't believe it. I'm so used to like, dude, I played Destiny.
Oh
That
my
that
god,
that
yeah,
game
yeah,
is a
yeah.
giant fucking loading screen.
Literally everything is a loading screen.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm so used to that. Like, I'm okay with when I was playing Tony Hawk and the loading screens. I was like, oh shit, that loaded fast.
Nice.
And I'm like, it's because I'm so used to like Destiny loading screens or like big game like loading screens. They just take forever, you know? Dude, booting up Horizon, it takes forever.
Really? It's pretty fast on my PC.
It takes a long time to like get the game to like well once you load it up, I don't have any problems with it. But
Yeah.
like the first when you first go into the game and it's like loading everything and it's loading all the like the
All
whole
the
world or anything.
logos and all that shit.
Yeah, well,
And
keep in mind my PS4 is like one of the first ones that came out. I don't have a PS4
oh,
Pro or
dude.
anything.
Yeah, I forget that you still have the same one I had. Did you get the Arctic White Destiny one too?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
still the one I have, dude.
Yeah, I still visit it from time, like every week I see that my old one. So it's at Kel's house.
Yeah.
So
So I was prepped for the white PS5 since the PS4 came out. So
there you go.
I'm cool with the white.
Not a dramatic change for you, huh?
Not really. People are freaking out, but I'm like, dude, mine's white. It's fine.
But yeah, man, we'll see what happens with these SSDs. See if they're really all they're cracked up to be. But speaking of delays, more delays, more delays. No more Heroes 3. My heart is broken, Eric. I don't want to talk about it, but we have to.
Yeah.
So
You know, you
Suda,
go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you hyped this game up for me, and
I'm so sorry.
I looked up like some old gameplay. I did the research. I'm just like, okay, I'm pretty hyped for this game. I'm gonna try my first No More Heroes game when this comes out, and now I gotta wait longer.
I know. I'm sorry, man. I mean, there's still hope because, like we've discussed before, that No More Heroes 1 and 2 collection was rated in some country at some point. So we might get that to hold us over in the meantime. So, you can catch up in the series
Yeah,
before 3
I'll dive
drops.
into that for sure.
But it's still very, very sad to hear. Apparently, Suda, the developer, he's a super funny guy. He came out with like a pretty serious statement, like I said, and he's always usually Mr. Meme, Mr. Troll, Mr. Funny Guy, and it was just like, dang. Apparently, COVID obviously had a lot to do with it, but he says they're back in full force development now, so and that their focus now is just to polish it up and get the quality they want out of it. So hopefully, they deliver us an amazing end product once the time comes and once they're ready. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I feel you. Honestly, these delays that have been happening, I'm not even mad about it. I rather get a good ass game. If I'm gonna be spending my money on it, I rather get a sick game that's completely polished and completely finished. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, look how long it took them to make Persona 5. And how awesome is that game? I'm having a hell of a time with it, you know?
I know. We'll see what the fuck Atlas is supposedly pulling up to Tokyo Game Show in a couple of weeks, so
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see if they pull anything cool out of their ass. Maybe they got Persona 6 lined up,
Ooh.
but doubtful. Doubtful.
Ooh. We'll see. But you know what I mean? Like, if it some good things take good like a good amount of time, especially like a video game. Like if it takes a good amount of time to make, you know that they're actually working on it, they're polishing it, they want it to be good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not. It's sad. It sucks that we gotta wait a little longer, but at the same time, I mean, if they're gonna put out a sick ass game, I'm totally down for it. It's fine. Especially with everything going around, like if there's fucking fires now, like there's been like hurricanes and windstorms in the east and shit. So if it takes a little longer because of crazy times, then so be it, you know?
I hear you, man. I hear you for sure. But yeah, man. Moving on from there, Tetsuya Nomura, the creator of Kingdom Hearts, Mr. Square Enix himself. He was interviewed about Melody of Memory and stuff like that, and they obviously asked him, "Hey, are you thinking about porting any more Kingdom Hearts games to Switch?" And he's just like, "We've thought about it in the past, blah 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 blah, but we realized it would be technically difficult, so we said nah."
What does that even mean?
Right? Like, so you have to do work to do it. Like, people get The Witcher on here, people get Doom on here, people get Skyrim on here, people get all kinds of crazy stuff running on the Switch, and you're gonna tell me you can't freaking port some PS2 games?
That's pretty cray.
I'm very upset at that answer, and I think it's complete BS. But like, I mean, whatever. I guess they hate money.
I guess, dude. I don't know.
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts
not
would
a
fucking blow up on the Switch.
oh dude, hell yeah. Everyone would buy it. Especially since it's tied to Disney, you
That's what
know?
I'm saying. So many like kids have
Hey,
Switches, and they see freaking Donald and Goofy and Mickey on the box. That's an instant cop for any parent. Like, it's
right. You
millions
know
of
what
sales
though? You know
guaranteed.
what? Thinking about it, I didn't even think about this point. Since they are tied to all those Disney characters, maybe it's a whole like licensing issue.
I
If
no, I
maybe that's
mean
what he referred to. No?
no. He said technically, as in like hardware wise.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what he meant for sure.
yeah. So, and that's bullshit because there's Disney stuff on the Switch. There's a whole ass Disney Tsum Tsum themed Switch out there. Like
There is? Oh, I had no idea.
it's not like Disney and Nintendo don't work together. You know what I mean?
No, that's true, yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's bull. I think they should definitely reconsider if they would like to make a couple boatloads of money.
Seriously.
But what do I know? I'm just a guy talking bullshit on the internet.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, pretty much. And so more rumors and more stuff, more rumblings about this 4K Switch that's supposedly coming in 2021, this upgraded model with a resolution bump. Because apparently in a Bloomberg article, they were quoted saying that Nintendo is quote unquote telling third-party developers and other developers to prep their games to be 4K ready for some reason. No one can confirm or deny if that's true or not. It's just something that was said in an article, but obviously people are running wild with it. And now there's a 4K Switch coming next year. I mean, there always is a 4K Switch coming every year, according to everybody. So we'll see. I mean, if anything, like I said, if anything happens, it's not going to be until like the beginning of the fiscal year of next year at the earliest if they'd announce anything. So
Yeah.
everyone's just guessing and shooting from the hip until at least April of next year. Yeah, April.
I feel like the internet just like collectively loves to just try and will things into existence.
Hey man, it's apparently worked for a couple things this past couple weeks. It worked with Scott Pilgrim, you know.
That's true. That's true.
So maybe we're the ones that are wrong for being angry at complainers.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Do do we do we make that jump? Do,
No, of course
do,
not.
do we
We will
become?
die on this hill, Eric.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Thank you. And in more Switch news, I believe a retailer in Hong Kong posted a listing for a Ninja Gaiden trilogy coming to Switch in March of 2021. And that would be a trilogy of the Ninja Gaiden Sigma games, which were the ones that were on Xbox.
Hell
Do you
yes.
remember those? Never playing those
Fuck yes. With
with the homie
Ernie.
Ernie?
With Ernie,
Yeah, with
dude.
the homie Ernie. He used to play those on the hardest difficulty, and I don't understand that man.
Bro, he was really good at that game.
He was really good at that game. Like even on fucking normal, those games are brutal,
Mm-hmm.
brutally hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would just go over to his house just to watch him play.
Literally watch him play and fuck up like this hard ass boss named Alma. He would just like ragdoll her around like and not get hit once. He was insane at that game.
Mm-hmm.
That man like basically was Ryu Hayabusa. But I'd be stoked to try and run through those games. I'd probably get my ass beat repeatedly,
Oh,
but
dude, I'd be all over that for
so
sure, dude.
yeah, we'll see if it's real, man. March of next year might be a placeholder date. Who knows? But fuck yeah, dude! I am always down for some Ninja Gaiden. I want Ryu Hayabusa to be in Smash, to be one of the final Fighter Pass characters, and I've
Dude, that would be
always wanted him in.
so sick.
The boy fucking Ryu Hayabusa.
That
What's
would be
good?
so sick. Have you played the have you played the original on the Switch?
The original Ninja Gaiden?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've ran through a couple levels. I haven't like beaten it because it's that one's also fucking
Yeah, it's
ridiculously hard.
super hard. But at least now with the Switch version, you have like you could make your
The
own like
save
save point.
states, yeah.
Yeah, back then
I don't.
you didn't have a save point back then.
Yeah, my cousins, man, fucking troopers for life.
Shit.
Those guys those guys beat like every Ninja Gaiden. No guide, no save states, no nothing. Just
That's dedication. That's
fucking
like sitting
willpower.
there for hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played them on emulators much later with like fucking save states and cheat codes. So
Mm.
I can,
Do what you gotta do,
yeah,
man.
I cannot give myself credit for those.
Neither I never played like through all of it. I had it
Mhm.
on my old like NES, but
I hopped it. There's like an SP version of it on the online service too.
oh yeah.
Where it drops you at the final boss with all the upgrades and everything like that, so you can just like experience that. And I did hop into that, and it's pretty freaking great, man. Like the final boss is epic in that game.
Yeah.
And then we can round up here the small news segment here and everything with Cyberpunk dipping its way into some controversy. So normally Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red are immune to all criticism in their little hug bubble because everyone loves them so much. You know, they pride themselves on being super pro consumer and all their stuff is like super great. They own something. I think Good Old Games, GOG or something always that does no DRM, no, it always has good deals and stuff like that. So like whatever. Their whole thing is being pro consumer and not like nickel and diming you. And apparently there's a multiplayer segment coming to Cyberpunk that's not dropping with the main game. It's supposedly coming like a couple of years after the release of the game, supposedly, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's confirmed that that's going to have microtransactions, something that they've
Oh
always
no.
very vehemently been against. So they started taking to Twitter and being like, "Hey, Cyberpunk is still a single player game. No microtransactions, no bullshit. Like nothing's changed. This is for our multiplayer. Blah blah blah." They're saying like, "We're gonna make it into a way where people are happy and they want to spend money." And it's just like, yeah, that's literally evil microtransaction speak. And it's just like, you guys good?
Apparently not.
So they're catching some heat for that, which is interesting. Like I said, because it's hard to ever hear about CD Projekt Red catching heat in general. So that's pretty interesting. So I thought I'd toss it in there, but yeah, man, that's gonna do it for our small topic section here. We can go ahead and start moving into some of the main stuff. So Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, Nintendo doing it to us once again. Nintendo keeps saying, fuck a direct, fuck you and your whining. Here's a game on Twitter. Go home and cry about it. Woke up one morning, decided to scroll through my YouTube in the morning, watch the news as usual, and I couldn't find the news because everyone had already put out a fucking video on this new Zelda game that got announced, and I was like, where is this coming from? But yeah, man, Age of Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. It's a warrior style game set in the Breath of the Wild universe. It's actually a prequel to Breath of the Wild. And since we know we have a sequel coming to it, this actually has now cemented Breath of the Wild as a motherfucking trilogy, which is insane.
Sick, 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 sick.
And so a while ago, speaking of, this is actually pretty funny. A while ago, in like a couple years ago, maybe last year or maybe in 2018, there was a meme going around that was like a time traveler shows up and he's just like, "What game are you playing?" And they answer Breath of the Wild, and he's just like, "Oh, I love that trilogy." And they have like a freaking like the Patrick like lost in like the primal SpongeBob like freaking out like, what do you mean trilogy type of thing, you know what I mean?
Ah.
And
Future.
future, dude, freaking prediction was that meme. It's basically a trilogy now, and not only that, but so you don't really know this because you have yet to play Breath of the Wild and stuff like that, but unlike a traditional Zelda that's very the story's up in your face all the time, very story
Mm-hmm.
heavy and everything, Breath of the Wild is completely open ended to the point where you can skip the story entirely if you want. Once you get off the main it's called the Great Plateau, which is like the first like little tutorial area. Once
Mm-hmm.
you get your glider and you can jump off the Great Plateau, you can technically, if you want to, go naked with no weapons, go run straight to Ganon and fight him just straight away if you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unlike every other Zelda where you have to like do a bunch of story stuff, gather stuff from temples, all this other crap, you could
Mm-hmm.
run straight to Ganon and power through it if you want.
Oh, wow.
So your other option is to like go through and do the what are this game's iteration of the temples, which are the divine beasts. And if you complete those, you get like you get help from them once you reach Ganon and stuff like that. But the story basically is broken up into memories that you have to go around the whole map, the whole world, to specific points that are like basically you get a bunch of pictures into this little like a tablet that you have called the
Mm-hmm.
Sheikah Slate,
Right.
and you basically from those you just gotta basically like keep an eye out and be like, oh yeah, that looks kind of like the spot in one of the memories, and you go, and that's how you get the story, and you get like the story of like because basically what it is this Link has been asleep for 100 years after losing in this gigantic war against this iteration of Ganon who's called Calamity Ganon,
Mm-hmm.
and all those divine beasts that are the temples, they were like beasts that were used basically to help fight people off, and each one was controlled by a different champion.
Right. Oh, shit.
And basically as you go through the memories you realize how much Link is uh, how close Link gets to all these people, like the relationship he builds, the friendships and everything. and obviously they all die. They all go down at their respective um, divine beasts that they pilot and everything, fighting one of the like the evil Ganon apparition boss creatures. So you basically like know that they all die, and this game, Age of Calamity, this prequel, fills in all the gaps. You have to fight that war.
Right.
So you get to like see all this epic. You get to see all these epic battles. You get to fight alongside these champions. You get to see them die in their last moments, basically. So like, if you want the full story of Breath of the Wild, which, like I said, wasn't very fleshed out to begin with, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to get and play this game.
Ah. So what you're saying is, if I technically get this game, play through it, and then go play Breath of the Wild, I'd be totally fine.
Technically, yeah, it's a prequel, man. So yeah, you'd go in with like you'd go in reverse to how we went in, and that's pretty dope.
That's
So
interesting. Maybe I'll do that because I still haven't played Breath of the Wild.
yeah, dude, I I need to buy you that game, man. If that's what it's gonna take to get you to play it, it's like the game. It's one of the games of the generation for millions of people, man. So you definitely need to
Right.
try it out. But yeah, I'm pretty cemented into playing this because I am invested in Zelda and Breath of the Wild. So I haven't played a Warriors game since the PS2.
Oh God,
Like I
me
said,
either.
I was on the homie VCipZ.
Oh, shout out to
His
VC by the
yeah, shout
way
out to
for having you
VC.
on his
Yeah,
on his broadcast. That was
yeah.
dope,
So
dude.
I was on his live broadcast as a guest a couple of days ago, and we actually talked about this and everything. But yeah, man, I pretty much have to play this game because, like I said, I'm locked into the story, and pretty much everyone who is a fan of Breath of the Wild has to play this game. So even for a Warriors game, it's gonna do numbers. It's gonna go off. It's gonna perform a lot higher than any Warriors game, even the previous Zelda Warriors game, which still didn't do well, and that's very different to what this is. This is a very laser focused story. This is, like I said, filling in the gaps of the story of Breath of the Wild. While the other one, like you said, it's pretty much just like a fan servicey type of thing. It's an amalgamation of all the different Zelda universes, so you can play as every character in every game almost, and like just run through a bunch of like Warriors type of levels where you're just like slashing huge crowds of enemies. You know what I
Right.
mean? While this one is gonna have the same play style as that, it's gonna be telling the story that everyone has been wanting to hear. You know what I mean?
You know what though? Like I think just watching that trailer, it doesn't look it looks better than what most of the I mean, I haven't played a Warriors game in a long time, but you know what I mean? Like it looks like it's more fleshed out than all the other Warriors games.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When they when they take and do it with with an IP, they can go as far as they want with it. You know what I mean? And obviously, Nintendo isn't gonna let themselves get that generic out. I feel you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like they worked very closely with them to ensure that it still had that full Zelda charm and uniqueness type of thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that in and of itself is gonna make it stand out as its own type of Warriors thing. Like same type of thing with Persona 5 Scramble, which fucking Atlas still hasn't announced a Western release date for. It's actually a sequel to Persona 5. So
Oh.
it's a sequel, but it's a Warriors game. I put air quotes for those of you
Esque
listening on audio.
Warriors esque.
Yeah, so it's same thing made by the team, but from what I've seen, the gameplay and what people have said about it, it's basically more just like a action RPG, more Kingdom Heartsy style type of thing.
Hmm.
And less just like super straight up like giant mob hack and slashy. It feels like a Persona 5 action RPG is what people say. So
Oh, okay. That's
definitely can't wait for
that's
that
not
one
too
to come
bad.
over. Yeah, so it looks like they can basically mold them to to be very specific to whatever IP they're working with. So
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it
I'm
speaks
willing
on the quality of the games that they're based on. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm willing to give if it's if it's like you said and it's like story wise fits into the actual Breath of the Wild story and all that, like I might be willing to give it a shot and try it out, play through it maybe. Because dude, I have bad experience with Warriors games like from the PS2.
Yeah, dude. The last one's I think the only one I played Dynasty Warriors a couple times because I would rent it. My cousins would rent it, and
Yeah.
then once I bought a Gundam
Oh
Dynasty
my God,
Warriors
I was
game,
literally just gonna say that one.
and it was
That was the
so
fucking
bad.
worst.
I
I was
hated
literally just
that
gonna bring that
game.
one up. The Gundam Dynasty Warriors, like, dude, and it was so misleading. Like as a kid, I remember, dude, Gundam, yeah, it's a Gundam
Dude,
game,
yeah, dude,
and
like,
I was
cause,
like, yeah,
and I
let's
remember we used to
go.
play those sick ass Gundam fighting games
Which bring those back.
yes,
Gundam Battle
the 2D
Assault 2.
fighters.
Yes.
Fuck yes, Gundam Battle Assault. That's what they were.
Dude, could you
Dude, that game
imagine?
was so hype at your fucking house, dude.
Dude, that shit
Ah,
was fun,
I
bro.
loved playing that shit with you, man. That was dope.
That shit was so fun. And it was like it had pretty much every Gundam from
Who
the series up
fucking
to
who
then.
who fucking developed those? It had to have been Bandai, right? Like
I don't I don't I mean I'm gonna look that up.
Gundam. What is it? What was it called? Battle Assault.
Gundam, well the one I had was Gundam Battle Assault 2. Let's see here.
I typed in Battle Assault 2, and the first thing that came up was Battle Assault 2 cheats.
Oh, that game was hard. It could get hard. But it was like, to me, that one was like,
Aha! Every entry was developed by Bandai in cooperation with Japanese developer Natsume.
hmm,
Yeah, so like I said, it had to have been Bandai. Yeah.
Bandai, yeah. Dude, could you imagine if like Arc System Works did a Gundam game like that?
Oh man, shut your face,
Do you know how awesome that would fucking be?
dude. We need a new Gundam fighting game.
There's one that's on the PlayStation, but it's an arena fighter.
Yeah, I
I
know, which
have
is why
it.
I'm not acknowledging it.
No, I have it. I bought it and I
And
play it every now and then. Just when I want to mindlessly just play something Gundam related,
is
I'll
it good?
play it. It's
Is it
it's
fun at
not
least?
it's not that bad. Like considering it's an arena fighter, it's an arena fighter. Like
Like, is it just a bunch of different Gundams from a bunch of different series, or is it like a
yeah,
specific one?
it's mostly just like it scratches that itch of just like I want to play as this. I want to be this Gundam.
Yeah, I just want to play this Gundam real
I just
quick.
want to
Yeah.
play this Gundam. You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
scratches that itch. It's not really a good game per
Okay.
se. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
it's not like oh my god, this is great. But
I will stay the fuck away then.
yeah, don't buy it. The graphics are fine. I bought it because it's Gundam. I love the series, and it's. I was hopeful for a second, and then I bought. There, I think a new one came out. Just it's the same shit, but it's like Gundam versus something Burst or something like that.
Hmm.
It's like I don't know. It's essentially the same game, I think. But anyways, it's okay if you're into arena fighters. It's not a bad one, but if you're just looking to play some Gundams too, if you're a fan of Gundam, it's good. If you're trying to find a decent fighter, run for the hills away from this game.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, man, looks like we're both gonna be playing a Warriors game later this year then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably, dude. I'm down.
But yeah, man, we can move on from the Zelda stuff and move into some Xbox territory because Xbox had themselves a crazy ass week. Because first of all, in the middle of the night, when late night our time, middle of the night East Coast, someone, Brad Sams, a writer for I think the website is called Thurrott, on his website, he just straight up posted a leaked marketing image depicting the Series S that no one had ever seen, with that giant box with that speaker looking thing on top of it, with
Yeah.
the and with pricing and everything, $299, and
Oh
it leaked
man,
out that night. And
before you go on, I saw a tweet and it ruined it for me. All
oh,
I see now, just if you look at the picture of the Series S,
oh no, you saw? Okay, yeah, I saw all
all
the
I
memes. Which one? Which
all
one
I
got you?
see
Let me know.
was the Oreo and milk.
Such a
I can't unsee it now. All I see is an Oreo and milk.
I saw a bunch of people like, putting it as a speaker on someone's freaking shoulder. The freaking John Cusack holding it up in that one movie. Like, so many great memes. But
Yeah,
yeah, so basically, leaked that night, and then literally, I think at around midnight, Microsoft posted the
the
Microsoft
monkey,
actual account. Yeah,
the little
the little
monkey is like
side eyes
the side
monkey
eye.
where he's like,
Oh,
uh, looking to the side, look forward, little guy. He
yeah.
looks all nervous. And literally, I think midnight our time, 3 a.m. West Coast, they're just like, fuck it, let's make it official. And they announced in the middle of the night the Xbox Series S with pricing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And since they announced that, it snowballed to, I think, the very next day. They're just like, might as well just drop everything. Announced the pricing of the Series X as well, along with the release date. So these consoles are coming out on November 10th for $299 for the Series S and $499 for the Series X. What are
And
your thoughts?
when do pre-orders go up? Did they say anything? Was that a thing? I don't think they did, huh?
I don't think they did, no.
Okay. My thoughts are like I woke up one morning and saw the same thing you did, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And then honestly, I didn't believe it at first. Like as I was going through it, I was like, the fuck is this shit? Like $299? That's pretty cheap for an Xbox, like a brand new one.
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of like, the fuck? All right, whatever. And yeah, throughout the day, I was like, holy shit, this is true. I saw the stuff from Microsoft, and I was like, yeah, this is legit. Kind of caught me off guard, to be honest.
Dude, yeah, it caught everyone off guard. Literally, like I said, literally came in the middle of the night for some people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's a pretty cool little machine, the Series S. It's targets 1440p. We've discussed it before. It's got pretty much the same CPU as the Series X. It's just got a little bit less
Just
RAM,
lower resolution, right?
a little bit less juice in the GPU. So yeah, so it targets lower resolution, but apparently it can still upscale stuff to 4K depending on your TV and stuff like that. So
Sounds good to me.
sounds good to you, right? Yeah, exactly. And it's all digital, so no disk drive on that one. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a dope little Game Pass box for anyone not looking to spend the big bucks on that Series X. You know what I mean? It's gonna be basically a grab and go, $300, especially right for the holiday season. People looking to get a Christmas present. And not only that, man, they're offering these insane payment plans that they started offering with the other consoles like last year or something. They're carrying over this time, so you can pay either $24.99 a month or $34.99 a month for the Series S and X respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you just make monthly payments of that until you pay it off. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people are like trying to shit on it, saying like, oh well, yeah, but after interest you're going to be ending up paying double, blah blah blah. There is no interest.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So super great move on their part. I think that's definitely going to help people, especially right now in this crazy shit ass year where everyone's
Mm-hmm.
struggling with this pandemic. Like a lot of people are going to be looking for a way to get like a dope ass present for their kids or even for themselves. You know what I mean? So I think it's a super smart move coming in that low and coming in with these payment plans. And like I said, for like people like us who aren't like really the biggest resolution heads or anything like that. I mean, this
It's
thing
just fine for
apparently
me.
it was already confirmed and showed footage of it running. I think Gears 5 at 120 frames per second. So yeah, even if you are like a little tech head or whatever, like it runs stuff pretty well. So you know what I mean. So I think it's a very good entry point, and Series X 499, literally exactly what we expected, right? What we've all been guessing for the past couple years, $500.
Yeah, it was. I was leaning more towards, oh, if they're gonna raise the price, it's gonna be like $600. But 500, 600, it was. We pretty much guessed in the ballpark.
And now it's Sony's move. Your move. Dun, 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 dun,
Console Wars.
dun,
Oh
dun,
wait,
dun, dun. It's time to duel.
no, strive.
But man, Sony needs to. Where you at, Sony? I mean, it's Friday night
It
when we're
was rumored,
recording
dude.
this.
I've been losing. You know what? I'm so annoyed with Sony, dude. It
Oh,
was
let's
rumored.
speak
It
on
was
it, sir. Let's
it
hear
was
this.
rumored, and people were saying that like, oh, it's gonna on the ninth, September 9th, there's gonna be this big announcement, and it's gonna be this VR PlayStation VR thing, and then September 9th rolls around, and nothing, fucking nothing.
Nothing.
I think they saw that I think they're letting the Xbox shit kind of like cool off
Hmm.
before they do their own thing, you know what I mean? But god damn it, like could you at least like let us know? You know what I mean?
Who
Like, hey
knows?
guys, I know y'all are expecting something, but we're not no. You know? Fuck.
Yeah, man. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, we're recording this on a Friday night, and I doubt any announcement would come from them over the weekend unless they have
Well,
to
shit,
deal
I
with
don't
some
know.
kind of
Xbox
crazy.
dropped that
Yeah,
at 3 a.m.
yeah. Unless they have to deal with some kind of crazy leak of their own or something. So we'll see what happens next week with them. But I feel like they got to start open up that mouth soon.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see, man. If we'll see if they try and like match them, try and undercut them, say fuck it and come in above them. Like we'll see what the deal is there, man. You know what I mean?
People are still gonna buy it though.
Oh, dude, I am foaming at the mouth for this console at this point.
Dude, I am too.
I need a goddamn PlayStation in my life right now. Alrighty, yeah. And moving on from Xbox, we can talk about my favorite company in the world, fucking Ubisoft. They had another one of their Ubisoft Forward events, I believe, yesterday, which would have been the 10th. Went through a bunch of announcements, a bunch of stuff, most of which do not interest me. Um, I don't know who told y'all that I'd be buying Just Dance out here. Eric tried to bring it up earlier, and I was just like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I just know a hooded, cloaked figure that travels to GameStop and just appears. He's like Zer from Destiny. He just appears in my backyard, just kind of like all shady like, and I'm just like, you got what I need, and he's got what I need. I'm gonna tell you. Anyway, moving on from Just Dance. They announced some Far Cry VR. And
No,
keep
let me tell you,
talking.
man. Let me tell you, every time I hear Ubisoft, I just remember the dumpster fire Ubisoft is, and I feel like this guy back here.
Oh.
I just
For our audio listeners, Eric just changed his Zoom background to a Chihuahua experiencing some sort of post-traumatic stress disorder, like with like helicopters going down around him and flames everywhere.
I just feel like every time we talk about Ubisoft, it's just like Splinter Cell anime.
Yeah, they did Far Cry VR. They announced Far Cry VR. Moving on. Don't care about VR. Don't really care about Far Cry. They announced this weird space game called Agos, another VR game that we're moving on from.
All
A
the
lot of
VR
updates to existing
existing
games.
games.
The Crew 2 Year 3 introduction. Not really into the Crew 2 or whatever that is. Ghost Recon Breakpoint's getting an update. And
Okay,
I believe they announced they're putting Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell in this game.
in Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Fucking why, dude?
Literally anything but literally anything
Fucking
but make a Splinter Cell game. They literally are
why?
doing everything possible in this gamescape other than make a fucking Splinter Cell game, and I literally cannot take it anymore. I am so done with this trash company. Roller Champions community update. Not really plugged into that community either. It's a you know it's a skating game, and it's not
It's not
cool like Jet
Tony
Set
Hawk.
Radio Future or Tony
Oh,
Hawk. So
it's oh,
yes, Eric, it's a rollerblading game.
okay, sure.
Yeah. Update for Honor.
For Honor's dope. That's all I got to say. For Honor's
Okay,
cool.
okay. Don't shoot,
Just
sir.
saying. For Honor's cool. I don't know about this like fucking tavern shit that they're doing. I don't know any about that, but For Honor's cool.
All right.
Can't hate on For Honor.
Let it be known. Erky is a For Honor fan. Division 2 update. No, thank you. And we
Yeah.
finally start getting to the juicy stuff on this list here. We're not going in order of the show. We're going in order of this convenient website we have pulled up here. Immortals Phoenix Rising. So they finally showed off more of this game. Originally showed off last year as Gods and Monsters, which, let me just take a second to say, was a way better fucking name. I don't know what they're doing. I think I touched on that last week too, but
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
now that I've seen it and the game looks so cool and so dope, it's like, why would you gut it like that? It sounds dumb now.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I don't know why they would change the name, but the game looks cool.
Looks really cool. I think it was also like, while I can't hate on James Brown, James Brown's amazing. It was odd choice of music for the trailer, but the game looks super dope.
I actually saw I don't know if any other YouTubers did this. I'm sure there was plenty of YouTubers, but um one of the YouTubers I watch for Destiny content, his name is Rick Kakis.
Hmm.
He actually did like an actual gameplay like run through of this.
Yeah, I actually saw a couple of channels that I follow. They got like an extended look too, like a good like a couple of hours of footage and everything.
Yeah, so apparently they Ubisoft actually got these YouTubers to like remote access with them and
Hmm.
let them play the game.
That's pretty sick, man.
Yeah, so they played like a I guess like a small like beta version of it, I'm assuming is what it
Hmm.
was. So, but the game looks really cool, dude. It's like a Assassin's Creed meets like what else? Like For Honor meets like it's a hack and slash, but it's also like a looter in a
Eric,
way.
the thing is, you don't see it like everybody else does because you haven't played Breath of the Wild. It's a Breath of the Wild clone, Eric.
Um,
It's through and through like to a T, like copyright infringement borderline at points with some of the abilities they've shown off. Breath of the Wild clone.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, like it's not just me that thinks so. Like, just go to our good old friend the internet and look it up, man. It's a Breath of the Wild clone with, but I think I've discussed before that I'm a big fan of Greek mythology and everything like that, and all in that setting. So, as a huge fan of Breath of the Wild and that open world style that they cultivated in that game, that was like felt like definitely a different open world type of vibe than a lot of other stuff. Um, I'm definitely sold on this game. I was sold on it when they first showed it off, and now that I've seen extended gameplay, I can't wait to fucking get my hands on this game, dude. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I think it's releasing this year too, in December, I believe. December 3rd is coming out.
Dude, yeah, it looks good. I'll probably get that. I'll probably play that. My one Ubisoft game that I'll play for the year.
What about Just Dance?
We don't know.
All
No.
right. Okay.
No.
And then moving on to the Sands of Time remake. So it was real. We had talked about the rumor for this a while ago and the leak. And then it was rated, and it was kind of a really badly kept secret at some point. And they finally announced it at this Ubisoft Forward. It's a remake of the first Sands of Time game for the GameCube era. I think it was on everything back then, but
Yeah. Yeah, I prematurely
um,
removed my Chihuahua, dude. I forgot about Sands of Time. That's another like
yeah. So there's calling it a remake, but it looks terrible. It looks like a late PS3 game still. Like call it a remaster or something, but you're gonna put remake on that, especially with we've had this discussion before with how stigmatized these words have become, and you have to like really differentiate between what's a remake, what's a remaster, what's a re-release, what's a port, what's blah 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 blah. Like you can't be slapping remake on something and then not have it be like a sick ass from the ground up like revamp and have like it looks really bad as not a graphics guy, you know what I mean?
it just doesn't look remade. It looks like they just
Brought it
okay,
up.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
bring it up.
upscale the resolution a little
Yeah,
bit.
we're gonna
Just
literally upscale the resolution to make it work on modern TVs is literally what it looks like.
yeah,
Because
so
the character models still look like booty, man. Like what the hell is this? I mean, I'm still honestly probably gonna get it. No Switch version too, which boo. Boo Ubisoft. How dare you? That would have been
they
great on
love
Switch.
they just love doing that, dude.
Yeah, dude. And the funny thing is, they took it down real quick, but when they put up the page for pre-orders, one of the options on it was Switch, so it's probably coming to Switch later.
But not right away.
Not right away, of course, because why, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no, Rainbow. Okay, so Rainbow Six Siege is actually another Tom Clancy game that I don't care about, but that's actually the one I think that they're adding Sam Fisher into. My bad. I correct myself from earlier.
Oh, okay. Either way.
But either way, who
It's not Splinter
cares?
Cell.
And I'm still angry because it's not Splinter Cell. We can save the best for last and briefly talk about Watchdog Legions, which I don't really care about either. But I mean, all the Watchdog games have promised really big things, really cool mechanics and stuff like that, and they don't end up actually being as
They
cool as they
don't
promise. And
they
like,
don't really deliver.
yeah, and this one, I'm expecting more of the same, and a lot of people are. Like this one, supposedly you can like hack and control any person on the map and add them to your team. Grandmas, little kids, ice cream truck drivers, tax collectors, like whatever, whoever you see walking around, you can hack and make them a part of your team, and they'll have skills to compensate for whatever they're good at or whatever. You know, like that's the whole like gimmick of it, but until I see like people's reviews and people like actually putting into action and see how in depth and cool it actually is, I'm definitely not really interested in that for now.
Yeah, same here, dude.
But
The big boy. Let's
the
talk about the
big
big
boy.
boy.
Let's talk about the big boy. Our boy is back. I need to watch the movie in celebration at some point this week, maybe this weekend. But Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the video game, is coming back with a complete edition. It's coming holiday 2020, so it is coming this year. It's coming out on everything,
Hell
including the
yeah.
Switch. Yes, including the Switch. So they didn't announce if there's going to be a physical release or not, but God, we need that physical release because we do not need it getting removed from the store and erased from time again. So
Limited
after
run games, bro.
after years of people crying and bugging them on Twitter and saying we want this game back and it being tragically lost to time and like a victim of the a sneak preview of what's to come once everything goes all digital and stuff can be removed from storefronts at all time at any time. You know what I mean? So definitely a good thing that it's coming back, and hopefully there's a physical release to preserve it. But what's up, man? What are your thoughts on Scott Pilgrim? You fucking ready? You gonna be copping?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And plus, I don't think it's gonna be like fucking super expensive or anything. It's just a little game, you know?
Yeah, it's an older beat. It's a port of an older beat 'em up. Apparently, it's gonna include all the DLC and everything from back then and everything. It's a complete edition.
Oh,
So I don't know if it's going to be too expensive. Maybe 30, $40 at max, I want to say.
hey,
I don't even think the original game was that expensive.
I'm not sure how much it went for back then,
Mm.
but still though, like hell yeah. I'm pretty stoked to play this. I love Scott Pilgrim, dude. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And
Dude,
it's just
same.
favorite one of my favorite stories.
Did you ever read the comics?
Yeah, I did.
Nice, dude. Same.
I might go back and reread all those
I need to track them down physically just to have them
just
here
to
on my
have them.
shelves in a collection. But yeah, I think I still have a PDF file with all of them on there that I can read through. But
Oh,
I might,
dude, if you
I'm yeah,
if
I
you
can
have
send that
that,
over.
send it over because
Yeah,
that way it saves me the search if you already have them.
yeah. Nice, dude. But yeah, I'll probably read through and watch the movie before the game comes out to get myself hype again. You know what I mean? But yeah, same, dude. One of my favorite comics of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm super stoked to jump into that game, man. And fucking, they better do a physical release. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You know what joke I still make?
Hmm.
Um, nobody ever gets it. Like every now and then someone still gets it, but every time someone tells me they're vegan, I I I just, I just drop that line. I'm just like, you might be vegan, but now you'll be gone.
Once you were a vegan, but now you will
Will
be
be gone.
gone.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the fucking one, man. That's such a dope movie, man. That the freaking vegan police coming and zapping that guy's powers like gelato's not vegan, milk and
Milk and
eggs,
eggs, bitch.
bitch.
Oh, it's too
Oh,
great. It's too
dude,
great.
yeah, dude. One of the best movies ever. Uh, that was like I think one of the first times I ever saw Brie Larson in a movie when she's Scott's ex, and she
Hmm.
does that cover of that Black Sheep song. Such a good cover, by the way. It's actually her singing too, which is dope.
That's pretty cool. I think in that movie, I think they play all the instruments themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Like I said, super dope movie. uh and I can't wait to get my hands on this game and jump into the video game because I mean, you know, the comics and the video and the movie themselves like reference video games to the highest degree. You know, it's basically like reading or watching like a live action type of video game or reading through a video game type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm stoked to. I mean, beat 'em ups are fun. They're always dumb, button mashy, mindless fun. So should be a dope game.
Yeah.
And that's gonna do it for us this week on the PodBoyz Advanced
We
Podcast.
made it
We made it.
to the
It
end.
was actually a pretty good week, man.
Yeah, dude. Despite all the fires and death outside.
Yes, but we don't talk about that. We're talking about our ignorant bliss bubble of video games and first world problems that we get to hear the internet complain about right now. So
Yeah.
a good week for news, good week for the podcast. Thank you so much to everyone for listening. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Thanks to everyone who supported us throughout the week on our streams. Thank you to everyone who came out and said what's up and supported me when I was a guest star on the broadcast over on VCipZ channel, VCipZ. Make sure you guys go check them out and subscribe. And yeah, man, you can find us on Spotify if you prefer audio. Anchor puts us on a bunch of other pod distribution websites as well. So you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all that good stuff as a PodBoyz Advanced. You can check out the YouTube channel. You can find it by typing in Knife Life Media in the search bar. Pop right up there. You can follow us there. I do live streams throughout the week of random games. Currently almost at the end of Persona 4. Still got to run through Horizon Zero Dawn, and we'll see what else comes next. You can follow me on Twitter at KnifeLifeUsk, KnifeLifeOSC. You can follow us as a collective hive mind at the PodBoyz Twitter at PodBoyz Advanced. And Eric, go ahead and plug your stuff.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube as Erky Plays. Same thing on Twitter, Erky Plays. Erky Plays on everything. And yeah, thanks so much for everyone that's been listening and all our supporters on the YouTubes, all my little bit of subscribers. I love every single one of you guys. And yeah, just follow me on there. We'll be streaming every Sunday, some Persona 5 for sure. And then throughout the week, every now and then, when I'm not busy, I'll stream a little bit during the week. But yeah, dude.
Nice, man. Well, as always, man, good chat, good talking to you. My name is Oscar.
And I'm Eric.
And we've been the PodBoyz Advance. You guys have yourself a great week, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, stay safe, everybody.
Don't eat the apple pie.
Don't eat the apple pie.